windows coming down. It's awful. It's awful.
Nikki V in the boot.
They want the boot.
All right. Two things. One, I wish the temperature was like Steve's mic, a little hot. So turn down your mic a little bit if you don't mind there, Chief.
Oh,
thanks.
Okay.
This morning, your boy was on his way into work and spun out. That was fun. I feel like I've been able to navigate the ice and snow pretty well. Been walking my dog in it. Never fell, not once.
Okay, when you say spun out,
yeah. Like, I had to
how many degrees? How many degrees did your car change angles?
Probably about 45. It wasn't super bad, but it was about 45, and I had to, stop and make sure it was probably just less than 45, but it was a full on. If I didn't make adjustments, we were going.
Steve, how much you want to bet? You would say, well, if you had left earlier, you wouldn't have been rushing.
Oh yeah, no. There was that, but they haven't plowed my road yet, and I have a little side road, so I'm not mad at them for it. It's one of the smaller roads. What happened was I wasn't even really, I don't think, rushing that much, but I was just driving normal. I got so comfortable because some ice melted yesterday that I was like, oh, the roads are back to normal, and I completely forgot that no, they're still icy. You don't, I wasn't like punching it, but I was just driving normal speed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, wait, yep, still slick. You got to be careful now.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay, Steve, where we at today? Listen, outside of your spirit of out looking outside your windows, and I know it's hurting you extra bad. Like you said, you got the big windows, young fellas doing the homeschooling. It's just all dumping on you right now.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I'm in this office right now, and I'm looking out at the front yard. I'm looking out at the front. I mean, it's a beautiful office we have, and there's this front yard and the road, and I'm watching the road just slowly disappear under the snow. And I'm watching my truck slowly just disappear and get, and be covered. And it's terrible. But I'm going to fight through it.
Power through it.
I'm going to power through it. Yeah. As much as humanly possible. Because there's so much to be excited about, man. So much to be happy about. And, it's a big weekend, obviously. It's been a big 24 hours. I mean, it's been a big 2025, end of 2024, So there's so much right now, momentum moving Louisville's direction. You want to, I've learned, man, over the last 5 years, when you get momentum, ride the wave and enjoy it.
Listen, I'm definitely gonna do a remix pregame show towards the end. I feel like our luck has been pretty good with the Friday pregame show, so I'll be finishing that at the end. Right now, we can bounce around to some fun stuff before we go heavy basketball talk. What's going on? Listen, I appreciate you. Listen, I'm sitting here and I was watching Pittsburgh Stanford last night. Just jotting down some notes, and I hit my Twitter, and I see Kewan Brown, who was committed to Boise,
yes,
has removed his name from the transfer portal and deciding to stay here. Now, I didn't get the chance to talk to you last night when it happened. What was your immediate reaction to the news that Kewan Brown was removing his name from the transfer portal at the running back position?
He must think we got something good here.
Is that what you thought immediately?
Yes, because here's the thing. When I saw Kewan Brown committed to Boise, I said, God, that's perfect. Like that's perfect for him. He's going to go in there with the opportunity to start. Like, I mean, that's perfect. You're coming off the Ashton Genty. I mean, you know that they're good. They like to run the football. So when I see he's coming back, I say
You're coming off the Ashton Genty energy.
Yeah, I mean, did that not feel like just what a great spot?
Yes.
And I'm such a big Keywan Brown fan. I mean, that was one I was like, even with Duke and Isaac, that one hurt me, man, when he left. Because, I mean, for one, at the running back position, I mean, you never can trust an entire season, out of a
You cannot trust, even with two.
Yeah, I mean, there's, stuff happens to running backs.
Yeah, big. Listen, big and small, quarter by quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, just dinged up. He can't go, until after the half. Just little things. And here's the problem with our running back room, which isn't really a problem. We brought some good running backs in, but they all, I think, got here. I mean, whether you're talking about the Bothwell kid or the Howard kid that was in here the other day,
right?
And it was like, man, that's a good prospect right there, or a good transfer. But I think they all got here and was like, I'm not coming here.
It's tough.
Like,
it's a tough spot.
Yeah, and I kind of set my mind to, okay, it's going to be a pretty big drop off for that third guy because
the first two, they got to chase everybody off, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So when Keywan Brown says he's back, you're like, I just got one of the better running backs in the portal, and just put them back on the team.
I mean, here's the thing. We were in a spot early this season, where we were going Duke Watson or Keywan Brown.
Yeah.
We were doing those Brown kids and Duke Watson, and we were fighting it. You and I were saying, what is separate? It, like, we couldn't see the true separation, so much so that we just had to assume that Keywan, like, this is terrible on our part, but this is normally what you go to from your years at the running back position, going, well, what's his pass pro like? What's his catching the ball at the backfield? Like we were giving Keywan Brown playbook issues.
Sure.
Because we're like, I don't know what separates Keywan and Duke. Like I said, Isaac looked like he had just a little more pop, a little more shake to him. But like I said, like, I don't want people to forget that we didn't know who the backup was.
No.
Till like
what we did know was pretty early, Keywan Brown's better than Don Chaney or Maurice Turner. I mean, that felt pretty even before
apparent.
We learned Duke Watson.
Listen,
the way we learned
Keywan Brown was the reason I was getting mad at Coach for playing Chaney and what's his name? What's his name?
Turner.
Yeah, the guy who was starting the running back at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
Maurice Turner.
Right.
I'm like,
no, yeah, and like I said, for a player to come back, he must think it's a pretty good situation next year. Because look, I don't have to sugarcoat this. He's also probably thinking, look, I'll come back to Louisville for another year. There's three guys. I know I'm going to get carries and be able to put myself on display. I'm only a redshirt sophomore. So, like, I don't, there's no desperation there to, like, I got 1 year, I got to get all the carries. So, and then he probably says, hey, next year, I think they're going to be a really good team. And then in the off season, maybe an SEC team wants him, or Duke or Isaac leave. You're going to have to re-recruit them.
Did Isaac Garendo? He started out third string, didn't he?
Oh yeah. When Isaac,
if I'm not mistaken, Isaac Garendo started out third string.
Maybe further. I mean, when he first, I remember watching him in the spring game, and I was like, yeah, he'll be a nice, like, little third down back, maybe.
Wasn't he, like, returning kicks at first too?
Yeah, because he was a big kicker. That's what Brom really liked about him, was because when they played Purdue, he was a good running back and he returned kicks for them.
Right. So that means if you went from like what I'm doing is trying to come up with what was their sell job to say, hey, and I'll even do this. You really had to have a good sell job to get someone who was committed to going to Boise, unless he just, I'm not going to Boise.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm not going to Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, he might have not wanted to. I mean, he's an Atlanta kid, but my God, I mean, he even kind of looks like Ashton Genty. I mean, that would have been the perfect. I mean, just the fit was like, oh, it's a match made in heaven. You know, it's the Phil Baker thing. You know, he hates the
the comparison because of the look. Right.
But I mean, tell me, Keywan Brown wouldn't be an immediate like, okay, who's he? A good comparison would be Ashton Genty. You know, stocky, small, because Ashton Genty is small. Actually, he might be a little smaller than Keywan. But I mean, you know, but the hair coming out the back, he's kind of got the
would Keywan Brown's reputation be at stake on depending on how Ashton Genty plays his rookie year?
Probably to an extent.
Like if he makes it, you can make it. If not, yep. if Ashton Genty is too small to really do his thing, yep, you got to wear that Keywan. But yeah, I meant good. Yeah. Like I said, sell job or him just coming to the realization that this is a good situation, or Coach Braun being able to say, listen, you know, our last 2 years had third stringers end up starters.
Oh yeah. Well, and they're all so young is the other thing too. I mean, you know, Keywan's a red shirt, but I mean, essentially they're all three sophomores.
Get enough plays to break the NIL bank as well.
Yeah, and you know, and that's just so. I mean, it's a good situation for everybody involved. I mean, it's a good situation for Keywan. I mean, like all the way around. But it was a nice addition to a spot where we were kind of like, okay, we got to get something there, you know.
Do those running backs help us get more offensive linemen, more big time offensive linemen?
I don't think we need any more. I think our offensive line. I mean, I think Monroe Mills left because he looked at the offensive line we're bringing in. And I mean, I really like that kid. I really was hoping he'd stay.
He was big to our line.
He was, but he was injured all year long and stuff. And he left.
Did you feel like things changed when we got him back?
No, I mean, not really.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Sylvester stepped in and was really good. Monroe Mills didn't play in the bowl game. I think he played one play in the bowl game, and we ran the ball just fine, you know, against a good Big Ten defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So and I'm not knocking Monroe Mills.
Right.
I like him, but I mean, he went into the portal with a do not contact tag, and he's visiting Virginia. So it looks like he's going to go to Virginia. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand that. But the point is, there's a lot. I mean, the O-line's one of them things when you look at what's coming back, and then, you know, that's one of those positions where I almost need to pull up the transfer portal
mm-hmm.
and do the right now and do the
compare ours to who's in the portal.
No. Do the player profile and just like quick reminder, like, hey, you know, we got the Purdue kid who started in the Big Ten for the last 3 years.
Right.
Gave up like 3 sacks. Like, you know, we got the Pounders kid from the SEC who has started in the SEC. Like, you know, you're like, dude, Pete Niger's back. You know, Austin Collins is back. Sylvester's back. Lance Robinson is healthy and because he got hurt last year and he was probably gonna start last year. He's back and healthy. Like, you know, when you start running through that, you're like, dang, we got a good offensive line, you know. So I think that's part of the reason Keywan came back. Because you probably go, man, we are going to be able to just run the football, and you're not going to be able to stack the box on us. Colin Lacey, Chris Bell,
and maybe like I said, maybe Boise and the Ashton Genty, maybe all those guys got NIL'd out. The line, the offensive line for Boise.
Yeah. I mean, that's possible
Yeah,
too.
you
Absolutely.
you block for a running back and put up that many yards. It's going to be some suitors.
Oh, I mean, right now, I mean, say they were like, yeah, he was the starting guard for Boise last year. You would immediately go without knowing anything about him. You'd say, man, and Ashton Genty ran for like they must have been awesome. So you would almost count him in as a starter if we got him today without knowing anything.
Yeah.
Right. So overall, though, man, I mean, it's a big get because yesterday at this time, that was a spot we needed.
That you were worried that you might be running them off.
Yeah, if you reverse to Thursday, I'm going, and you say, Steve, what do we got to have? I'm going, we need another receiver or two, probably. We need a tight end, and we got to get another running back. Like that would have been a conversation, And now that running back's checked off the list.
So now you're in DB mode or D line mode.
No, I think we're good on D line. Yeah, I think never
good on D line.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, I am with you on there. Same with the O line. Like I'll always take big pieces, but no, I'm secondary. I think our linebacking core is solid now. I think we just need a few more pieces in the secondary,
and we got a lot of snaps
and a tight end.
We got a lot of snaps, but you can, like I said, I'll be looking at that snap number as we start kind of doing inventory. You know what I'm saying? Just a snap count.
Well, something else big yesterday that we haven't talked about, Corey Gordon from Baylor. He signed with Louisville. There was
I'm in your ear. Turn up.
There was some big heavy hitters, man, that come after Corey Gordon. And there was a thought that after he committed to Louisville, that may not sign.
Okay.
And, there was a little nervousness there because there were some big time SEC suitors that were coming after him, and Louisville got it done. So, and he signed yesterday. So he's in. I mean, that's a safety, so they've done well all around. And now they can kind of be picky over the next two portal windows, which are about to open up you're going to get playoff teams that are going out, and then you're going to get the post spring.
What percentage, and I'll ask this, and let me make sure, 8150-939 is the number. We are NTI as well, so the text line won't do us much good. Steve, does Nikki have the phone lines open?
Yes, I do.
He does now.
Well, I did before the show started because I checked, and of course, Spencer X'd them out because I have no idea why he does that, but he does. And so, no, they were, yes. They were before the show. I would give you my word.
Okay, I believe it.
8150-939. What percentage of our roster is set? Yeah, and I do know there's no it's still so many moving parts that you're not gonna.
I think 80 to 90, right? Because and of course, like you said, there's always the. Does this guy jump up and go?
Yeah, if you were going to ask the coaches to have a powwow meeting of
probably 90, I mean, just because we have some pieces, we don't need a ton, man. I mean, another tight end, another receiver, maybe two, and a couple DBs. I mean, so if I say I need to add 5 more total guys. That's 90% of the roster, right?
I asked because if you had names,
transfers coming in already.
You have 19 transfers coming in already. And as uncomfortable as it to say, they seem pretty happy. Like overall.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, like I said, as many guys as like I said, I when you watch the Twitter and you watch I was never gone, I'm just confirming I'm here. That seemed like a joint team energy on that one.
Absolutely. I mean, money would do that, but it was
Why do you keep doing it, Steve? Hey. You act like we're like the leading NIL team in the United States of America. All we do
look, and you act like they all got together and was like, for the bird, baby.
You don't think they yell for the bird?
I hope they do. I believe they do.
I bet you we have the lowest NIL in ACC. That's how proud. That's how proud they are.
I bet we have guys that just, you know what? I bet Case and Pryor, when he got hurt, was probably like, you know what, Coach? I don't think it's fair that I get all my money. I want you to take the rest of my money.
But
You divvy it up between the team.
I want you to put me on a deferred payment plan to get some of the guys that are not as fortunate as myself.
Casey started crying.
You don't think that they put?
That's how much I love this.
You don't think our football team put it all in a community pot, and they all have a card, and they all just take a certain amount a month and just split it? Like, hey, one for all and all for one.
I bet they did. Like honestly, that's probably why they called that pass interference against Mosby, because I bet Mosby turned around and was like, "Hey, Mr. Official, I pass interfered."
The commercial, Steve.
Yeah. The ref was
Marcus,
like,
turn up some more, man, please.
Hey, son, I appreciate that.
Speaking of pass interference, last night, Notre Dame. What say you? Of course, it ended up not mattering, but at the time,
I mean, at the time, to me it was either or. I can, if you didn't call it and said, "Hey, man,
go make a play,"
wasn't getting. No. If you said he wasn't getting back to that football, then I would say, yeah, you're right. If you said, yeah, but the rule technically says he touched him, so I threw it. I'm like, I get it too.
And
that one was just so either or.
I didn't want the game to be decided, and that even made me angrier about the pass interference call we got, and almost cost us our bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the one at Notre Dame where Colin Lacey got his shoulder pads ripped off. And they didn't call it. Like that made me mad too. However, I find myself rooting for Notre Dame.
I didn't know if I could. I didn't know if I could vote for Notre Dame.
It's Marcus Freeman, man. I you know what? He's growing on me. He really is. I just, man, when you see like that video comes back around, of when he was introduced and the team goes crazy, and then I just, man, when you watch it, you say, I haven't thought a ton of him as a head coach.
He's 39.
But you see, like I saw Mark Ennis tweeted this, and I think he's so right on it. You actually have seen the growth of Marcus Freeman, like within a season, where you're like, he's learning how to coach, man. Like not learning how to coach. Yeah. He's
taking that next step.
Yeah, man, because he's winning some of these games. And then the other thing for last night I really liked was, did you see how condescending James Franklin talked to him throughout the week?
No.
And like there was a press conference, and James Franklin kept trying to like son Marcus Freeman. Like
wait a minute. I think I did hear a slick comment or two.
And like there was a press conference and it showed Marcus Freeman's face, and he was kind of like, all right, because you could tell it was kind of aggravated.
What was the comment? What was the comment?
It was something like Franklin just kind of like, it's a nice little thing he's done. He's a little 39-year-old, probably doesn't quite deserve the job he's in, but you know what I mean? Like, but hey, he deserves to keep it though.
Yeah, it was. Like, I did hear something slick, and I was like, wait a minute, Franklin said that?
Yeah, and it was like, I don't like that, man. And just, man, how how Marcus Freeman just handles himself, man. It's just,
the whole time I was thinking about Neely Bendapudi.
Steve, turn down a little bit.
I can't control that.
I can go up a little higher.
Okay, I was gonna say I can't turn down. Yeah, but
is that good for you, Nikki?
A little more.
I can talk quiet.
It's got to be on your end because it's blasted on mine now.
I can whisper.
No,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, keep yours the same, Steve. Like I said, I can work around both of you. I tell you what, we'll get a good reset. Take a quick commercial break. When we come back, speaking of coaches and coaches trying to, I won't put it in. I'll let you decide. We'll take a quick commercial break. Coach conversation might get interesting. 939 The Ville.
Introducing Vigilante Hot Sauce. Vigilante is an all-natural fermented hot sauce made locally in Louisville. Made with Fresno peppers, apple cider vinegar, ginger, rosemary, red onions, and peppercorns.
Nikki there.
Vigilante brings a balance of flavor and spice to your food. Available for retail at all 4 Value Market locations: J. Shepherd Cigar Shop, Spring Street Bar and Grill, and Highlands
hit
Bar
the
and
button
Grill.
and sprint it out of
The
there.
U of L basketball postgame show.
Just ran.
Vigilante Hot Sauce, hot take of the night. Vigilante, not the hot sauce you always wanted, but the hot sauce you always needed.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Stronghold makes the best industrial storage in the world and is a proud partner in our broadcast coverage of the best college basketball teams in the nation. Join our team. Apply at strong-hold.com/careers.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when they bet $5. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. And see why? It's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in app only. T&Cs apply.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguiar here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Main Street is calling your name. Down One Bourbon Bar is ready to be your lunchtime or happy hour destination. Located right next to the KFC Yum Center and one of the hottest spots on the Urban Bourbon Trip, Down One is the perfect place to kick back before the big game or concert. We're here to prove that what tacos can't cure, whiskey will.
Looking to restore your smile with less pain, less cost, and less healing time? Dr. Reagan Ackerman of locally owned Freedom Mini Dental Implants brings 20 years of experience making smiles happen. Freedom Mini Dental Implants offers a fast, effective solution for dental implants without the long recovery or expensive surgeries. Freedom Mini Dental Implants uses small diameter implants to restore one tooth, multiple teeth, or bridges and implant-supported dentures. Financing options are available, so getting the care you deserve is easy. Visit freedomimplants.com and schedule consultation. Freedom Mini Dental Implants, get the freedom to smile.
Got scrap metal? Midwest Metals makes recycling easy. Step 1, bring your scrap metal to any Midwest Metals location. Step 2, we weigh your haul while you relax. Step 3, get paid. It's that simple. We accept copper, aluminum, brass, and lead at all our facilities, as well as steel at our Shelbyville and Lexington locations. For years, Midwest Metal has been serving our community and spreading the word about the importance of recycling. Visit us in Louisville, Shelbyville, or Lexington, or check out mwmcorp.com for more details. Midwest Metals, recycling made simple, cash made easy.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of pump shop includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529. Offices Louisville.
Everyone needs a great plumber they can trust that is fast and affordable. So call me, Leonard Walker Plumbing. For any plumbing issue, big or small, from leaks, clogs, or sump pump issues to full installations, our expert team is ready to get your house back to exceptional. Leonard Walker Plumbing is veteran-owned and offers a 10% discount to current military veterans, teachers, police, firefighters, and EMS, as well as city, state, and service industry workers. So call me, Leonard Walker Plumbing, at 768-7717 or visit leonardwalkerplumbing.com. Top quality plumbing.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous. I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give Hair Volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to pick up some Hair Volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordicUSA.com or CVS.
Hi, this is James Strebel, and I've got a great recommendation for you if you're looking for the perfect place to catch the game with friends, 1020 Brewery. Whether you're in Butchertown, Anchorage, or Clarksville, their tap rooms are the place to be. I love their IPA, lager, and light beer. Brewed right here in Louisville for the flavor and drinkability and served fresh. And it's not just about the beer. 1020 also serves up top-shelf liquor, wine, and fantastic food with multiple TVs turned into all of your favorite games. College football, basketball, NBA, NFL, you'll never miss a moment. Game days are just better at 1020 Brewery. Trust me, you've got to check it out. 1020 Brewery, come visit us.
Dead air, Nikki. You there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm here.
There, Nikki.
Men, it's the new year. For many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health.
We should bring Phil in.
Erectile dysfunction,
We should tell Phil to jump on.
frustration and embarrassment.
Send him an invite.
You should call Tri-State Men's Health today because there's
See if this stuff
probably no
works.
better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you; it can also affect your partner, even if they don't.
Just bring Chase in.
Here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Tri-State Men's Health will give you back your sex life because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases.
Right.
Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative.
Coming back, lads.
Cool.
Let's go. Question right there.
Is that his jam?
He's actually right behind me. Yeah.
That's
But
his jam, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, he loves that stuff, man.
Oh.
Like, that song comes on in boxing, dude. He gets.
You turns
whoa,
up.
Whoa, calm down on the bag, man. Yeah.
Don't throw out your shoulder. Doing too much. Listen. Before I give the shout out that I normally do out of the first break, one huge shout out. I hope they're listening. Happy birthday to Harper. Harper, the daughter of James Black. Happy birthday. So I wanted to make sure I sent the shout out. I hope James is back there listening. I did like the Facebook father-daughter collage. Looked really good, and James looked extremely happy. Did you see that, Steve? Or am I the only one here?
Yeah, sorry. There was I have NTI going on over here as well. So
Okay, fair. James Black's daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday, Harper. Absolutely.
And indeed, I'm looking outside. Snowden like it's going extremely crazy, and I guess it's a perfect time for me to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with that sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool moon room in your home. 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Steve, what's going on with this coaching situation?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Nick, do you have the sound of Coach Kelsey?
We have stuff from the Pat Kelsey show, yeah. Yes, we do.
Okay, do you have the sound about the phone call he got?
Oh, from Rick Pitino?
Yes.
Give me 1 second. I can pull that up. I know where it is.
That was anticlimactic.
That's extremely.
Yeah, no, thanks for the heads up that you wanted that. I appreciate that. Yeah. What a jackass. I don't have it in 2 seconds. Yeah.
I mean, if I was a producer, there's no way in hell I would think that a Louisville show,
a 2-hour Louisville show
of Rick effing Pitino calling Pat Kelsey.
No,
like you're blown away. We asked for that.
That is 100% in the V show folder.
I've reached out to Coach Crum's widow, who's been phenomenal to me. It was really, really cool. And I don't know if he's going to be mad that I'm saying this on a broadcast like this, but I had a long text exchange the other day with the great Rick Pitino, which was really, really cool. Peyton Siva asked me, he goes, Coach Pitino asked for your number. Do you mind if I give it to him? And I said, heck no. And about 10 minutes later, I got a text from him, and it was a follow-up from the Kentucky game, which he watched. And my response, first of all, was like, are you sure? Is this somebody like pulling my leg, or is this really Rick Pitino? And it was really him, and gave me some, just some good feedback and said some really nice things. And it just made my heart beat fast, made the hair staring up my arms that a guy like that's such a legend around here, cares about what we're doing and acknowledged, our game the other day against Kentucky. So,
how about that?
That's interesting.
A phone call from Coach P.
That's interesting.
It is.
Well, how do you think the masses digest this? Actually, Nikki, I'll ask you first. How do you think the masses digest hearing that story from Coach Kelsey?
I think it makes him very happy. First off, it was a text, not a call. I don't know if that matters at all, but I feel like that's pretty cool. I mean, also maybe it's mending of the fence a little bit between Louisville and Pitino. I don't know, an olive branch, if you will. I kind of like it.
Fair enough. Catch that phone really quick. What say you, Steve?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I think you're going to still have.
Is it an attempted olive branch?
Well, I mean, everything Coach P does is for Coach P. Okay, like we don't have to sugarcoat that. like everything Coach P does.
He would have been hugely disappointed. He would have been hugely disappointed had Coach Kelsey not said publicly that he had a text exchange, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's like the dude that gives the offering. He's like, hey, now I'm not going to tell anybody. I mean, if you want to say it, that's up to you. Okay, all right, yeah. No, but he definitely doesn't store his riches in heaven. He likes it here. So
let me take this phone call really quick. CC, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, CC.
Hey, good morning, fellas.
Morning.
It really does look like Penn State can't win a big one. I mean, it's really starting to look that way. But and then James Franklin's carrying the flag for Big Ten arrogance too. It looks like that too. But my little question, and then I'll get off. Is Louisville? Well, we'll say what was Louisville getting hosed at South Bend really the reason for all of this Notre Dame hype now? Because if we beat them, there's no way they're getting into playoffs.
Yeah.
How many games did they lose?
I mean, one.
Yeah. He probably gets fired. He loses to Brown twice.
Yeah. See, appreciate the call.
Appreciate the call. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, no. If he had lost that game, I mean, I do think there would have been a portion of the Notre Dame fan base that would have been like, man, it's 2 years in a row they got you, bro.
Us in particular, and like if you look, we can give you the pass because Louisville was rocking and they just had your number.
Yeah,
but you can't turn back around and come into Notre Dame and get.
So Rick Pitino,
okay.
Get back to that. Yeah, no. I do think that most people are like, yeah, that's good. I think there's still probably a portion right now that's like, yeah, I don't care. Stay away from my coach.
The one thing I do say, especially when it's going really good like it is, the portion that's saying just any kind of possible bad mojo energy, just like I said, not even taking it personal, like I'm mad at coach. Just the people, I want to move on from it's like you can't, of course, you can't move on from legacies or anything like that, but just the Not right now. I'm on a 5-game winning streak. I just busted you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me flip it around though. But at the end of the day, does it say more about Pat Kelsey
Good call.
than it does Rick Pitino?
Good call.
That Pat Kelsey is, I think, again, I think Coach Pitino does things that benefits Coach Pitino, right?
Yeah.
But to me, the fact that Pat Kelsey can be on this streak, be on everything going good, and he could say, it's my program now. Let's not have it overlooked that he started that sound clip off talking to Susan Sweeney Crumb. Okay. And saying, no, man, I was talking with her. Everything was good, making sure. And I know they're taking some steps to make sure that Coach Crumb is going to be remembered yearly, during the season. So that's good. And then
I saw Bill Olsen in that too.
Yes,
it was awesome.
Yeah, talking about that. So
did I tell you when I ran to Bill Olsen and he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, Marcus, you might not remember me, but I was like, sir."
Yeah, no, I remember.
You think I don't know who you are?
I remember.
Like, my God. Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, and then just to be able for him, just to be able to willingly be like, yeah, and then I talked to Coach Pitino about the Kentucky game that he lost. Like that's
I think the whole story is kind of more just for I guess my question is more of the digestion of the fan base, because like I said, Kelsey has not even shown an ounce of insecurity about any part of this job. So it's like, he's not even like, to me, he's above the petty part of.
Hey, Nick said it yesterday, man. Nick said yesterday he's hitting all the layups, and to me, that's an easy one. To me, there's no sense in him doing any shitting of Rick Pitino.
Right.
I mean, he's got Rick Pitino's national championship point guard on his staff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I mean, there's no sense in that. Like, no, dude, it's Rick Pitino, bro. I got reverence for him. Like, and as a coach, he should. Like, I don't care how fans feel. Like, Rick Pitino's one of the greatest of all time.
That's why I said this is not his. There's no petty. There's no possibility of petty, or any angst. Yeah. Between him. But like I said, my question was just to kind of come in from the digestion of the fan base. I tell you what, Nikki, go ahead and play us out. Here's what we'll do. We'll set up to bring a little segment. I want Steve to get his Pittsburgh expectations, Pittsburgh needs and wants, and kind of go through that, and then I'll clean this hour up, or this next hour up with my usual kind of pregame show talk. So if that's going to work for you, Nikki, that's going to work for you, Steve. We'll take a quick commercial break, unless we get a pop-up surprise interview with Coach Kelsey that we'll plan on doing it just that way. So I'll tell you what, we will take a commercial break, get a reset on 939 The Ville. Sorry, Nikki.
All right, no. Sorry, I was talking with James, so I didn't hear exactly what you said. James was coming in telling me that Kelsey, they said, is going to be closer to 11:30.
Okay.
I have no idea if they're Pops isn't doing the show today. Like, they moved the flight to 12.
Okay.
I have no idea how he's going to do the press conference at 11:30 and then get over to the plane.
Okay.
At 12. So
High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from Ricoh and Savin. And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Ricoh Pro C7210 graphic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho, Corporate Mailing Systems, Ricoh and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah.
Just with love for Duplicator Sales.
Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? You bet we are. Kevin Hart here for DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple, like a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THEVILL. That's code THEVILL for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5.
Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus, Kentucky only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Stronghold makes industry storage that outlasts the industry standard by a lot. And it all starts with an outstanding team. We're hiring welders, production associates, assemblers, and powder coat painters. Inside sales and HR coordinators, we need you too. You'll get competitive weekly pay, 401k, health and dental benefits, bonuses, not to mention a legacy that'll outlive us all. Visit the career page on strong-hold.com.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Raven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Because we don't know if we're going to get any kind of surprise issues, I tell you what, Steve, I am going to just say thank you. Shout out to Kentuckiana Pump Sales, Citadel Roofing and Construction, Derek A. Stewart, of course, and Four Pegs, Gout Center of Excellence. Steve, do you have any shout outs you want to give so we can get them in early in case we get any surprise interruptions?
Well, I do. And of course, it's my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health, which I'm going to try to still go see today at some point, and get my injections, which have me feeling, like I said, as good as you could possibly feel. I mean, when I get off here, I'm going to work out. Like, that's something that I've put back into my regimen. That I stopped doing for so long, and part of it was because I had low testosterone. I went in there and they ran my numbers and said, "Listen, this is what you got, and this is what we feel like would be best for you." I tell the story all the time. Nick went in the same time I did and had similar issues, and they gave him something completely different because it was what met his lifestyle and his needs as opposed to mine, and so they will tailor that just for you. So what you do is you go to tristatemenshealth.com. Okay, you're going to take the low T quiz. It's 10 questions. It takes about 2 minutes. It's yes or no answers. Very easy. Okay, if any of that applies to you, give them a ring. Go see them at one of their locations here in Louisville. If you're in Northern Kentucky and Ohio, you see them and you're going to go in. It's going to be a 30-minute appointment. You're going to get your blood drawn. I'm telling you, it's so easy, and they are amazing at drawing blood. So shots and everything. I go in there to get my shots. My wife's a nurse practitioner, and I go to Tri-State Men's Health to get my shots because I'm like, they're that good.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So she's like, yeah, do it. But get over there, man. Check them out. And when you do, tell them you heard about them right here on 93.9 The Ville. Try either, whether it's energy, whether it's weight loss, whatever it is, they got you. They can help you out. Tri-State Men's Health.
Okay, Steve. When I say Pittsburgh, give me some word association, some play association, some environment association. When I say Pitt Panthers, what comes to your mind?
Historically, just tough. You always think of a tough game. Like, and I know that's so cliche or so, but man, I just, I know it's a different
it's a conference.
Different conference. But I don't know, man. It's something about just that whole, I'm not a Steelers fan like Coach Lieberman, but that whole city just screams toughness. And that's like where Gotham is based on, right? So it's like, all right.
Hard playing. Yes. And Pittsburgh feels like another place that kind of has it in for us a little bit, like I say.
You play there, you just, that's one that we don't just have ACC. We have ACC and Big East memories of just playing at Pittsburgh and just the battles we've had there. And watching this team tomorrow, I don't think is going to be a ton different. You know, I think they play kind of that same tough. I mean, do you remember? I think Pittsburgh pissed us off the most in the Kenny Payne era as an opponent, because like we were getting killed and it was like, okay, it's one thing. But like the way Pittsburgh came in here and trash talk, and you remember that game, and it was like, this is making me mad.
I feel like they owed us for Malik Williams, though.
It might have, because I mean we've done that to them,
right?
Yeah. So I mean, you know, you remember Pittsburgh coming in here at Freedom Hall, #1, and Earl Clark.
Yeah, I'm saying. Freedom Hall. Yeah, you're right.
No, it was at Freedom Hall. Earl Clark hitting the free throw, you know, the big free throw line jumper, and it was like, man, it's such a historic game, and we've just had so many that I think Louisville Pitt sells, man, and I think it's a game tomorrow that people will watch.
Okay, conference-wise, what do you feel about the standings and the opportunity? Because they are 9-0 at home.
Well, it's not even conference-wise for me. They're 20th in the net.
Okay.
I mean, that's at least they were yesterday. I haven't checked this morning, but they're 20th. You know, they're top 25 in the net for sure, and that's a quad one, and it's on the road. So I mean, I think it will stay a quad one, because I don't think Pittsburgh's gonna. I don't know if Pittsburgh's. They're another one like Clemson that I look back at that schedule, and I go, we'll see. You know,
yep.
I don't know if you've been tested the way I've been tested, but okay. You know, but they have some good wins. They have some questionable losses. I mean, listen, they're a team that's coming off just getting boat raced by Duke. You know, I mean, they can't sugarcoat that.
You can't get dunked on like that either.
Well, that was as bad as it gets.
That was.
If LeBron James hadn't switched hands in the air dunked in the same night,
yeah,
I mean, and it was still pretty bad. yeah, that was about as bad as it gets. But yeah, man, I feel like it's a big opportunity tomorrow. It's not a must win, like a season. Oh my God, season's in peril if you lose this game, you know. But man, it's another one that would just. The wave of momentum would just continue to ride, you know, because it's a game that if Louisville, let's say Louisville wins this game, I think you realistically will start seeing Louisville get projected in 7-10 games, 8-9 games, like as the 7.
Yeah, like mid tournament seeding.
Yeah,
making up the body of the tournament. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Like whereas now they're kind of in 10-7 games as the 10. You know, and maybe, you know, I've seen a couple that's got them as a 9, you know, but I think you'll be a single digit seed everywhere with this win. And with the loss, I don't think you'll be a fallout team, you know, but you'll be back on probably the last 4 in, you know, make you go win. But yeah, so no, it's just such a big opportunity, man. I know you're gonna. I got to get off here and after the next break, and I know thanks NTI, which is Xavier's loving, by the way.
It's like, no, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, he's like, this is amazing. Why are we ever going to go outside again? And I'm like, yeah.
Okay. Last one from our side. Last one from the Louisville version. Like, just give me your last players. Need a good game from, need good defense from, you know, just kind of clean.
Who's it going to be? Let me flip it around. I'm not asking you, but I'm just saying the general question. I think the fun part is not who do you need? It's who's it going to be? At Florida State, Rain Smith. You know, Rain Smith was the story. We play at Virginia. Kadir Traore is the story. You play Clemson. Javon Hadley is the story. You know, and the beautiful thing is everybody else is pretty consistent. They're all definitely consistent defensively. You know, will Rain Smith go 1 for 7?
Or 7 for 10?
Yeah, right. Like who knows? You know, will James Scott have a breakout? You know, I mean, I don't know. If, we might be past breakouts with him. But you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Will he be the story tomorrow? Will Chucky was the story in the Bahamas. You know, it was all about what Chucky Hepburn was doing. Like that's been this team's MO, man. Everybody's consistent defensively, and we will see who it is offensively tonight, and we'll let them get the credit. And that's a great attitude, culture for a team to have.
Facts. Okay, Steve, I tell you what, I got about 3 more minutes to tap dance. You can get on out of here. Listen, look, tell him the NTI is not a good thing.
Yeah, he's like, I hope it snows every day.
Yeah, let's say don't enjoy it too much. That's gonna do it for our Freestyle Friday part of the week, the middays with Marcus Maben part of the week. Again, just wanted to say thank you to all our sponsors. I haven't gotten a chance this week to really just send all my praises to everybody, and wanted to pass it along. People who have been helping each other with the yards, with the stairs, with the driveways over the past week. I did want to take a second at the end of the show to say thank you, and people are noticing. I went to Kroger, and it was just amazed with how many people were just trying to help people to their cars, trying to help people, get their food, knocking on each other's doors. Hey, you need anything? I'm going here. The trucks, the Jeeps have been helping, helping people get around. It's really, really been a beautiful thing. It's one of those restoring, humanity vibes. I've really, really enjoyed seeing people like really, really work together. As chaotic as things have been. When we come back, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, unless we have the coach, I am going to go ahead and get started on our breakdown, our full, just kind of unofficial ESPN Louisville pregame show. So hang on in there. Last commercial break on 939 The Ville.
Hi, Card fans. Attorney Sam Aggie are here. Proud part.